Hello friends, it's Justin and Jared Showers with Home Basics Real Estate. We're back this week with a play-by-play of our local Utah market. Last week we put a video out with some great info. I hope you had a chance to view it. We're absolutely committed to providing you straightforward, up-to-date info on how Utah real estate is faring during this coronavirus. The real estate market continues to impress us all. It's literally outperforming our expectations. Last week I talked a lot about inventory. I said that this could be the best indicator of how our market will handle our current situation. If everyone starts to sell because of fear, that will certainly have an impact. The truth of the matter is that unless you need to sell, don't. If you're looking to sell and buy another home, consider it. As I did last week, let me share some market stats with you, and this is going to blow your mind, frankly. This week we've had 162 existing homes hit the market in our county. 141 homes went under contract. Even more interesting is that if you look at homes under 500,000, we had 131 homes hit the market and 129 homes went under contract. Let's dig just a little bit deeper. Of the 129 homes that went under contract, 95% of them were on the market for less than 2 weeks. They were listed and sold since this began. You might be asking how homes are faring over 500,000 and up to $1 million. In the last 14 days, we've had 68 homes hit the market. We've only had 31 homes go under contract. In total, we have 230 active homes on the market in that price range. There are 119 homes under contract. Not bad. Even in a fantastic market, it can take longer to sell homes in those higher price ranges. We can assume that the higher ranges will feel the pinch. I think people are being more conservative with their budget right now. That makes sense. I think that actually puts more pressure on the lower ranges. In other words, if a buyer was looking at making a $600,000 purchase, they might consider peeling their budget back down to say $450,000 to $500,000. That would apply all the way down to where the price of homes start. Those lower price ranges will most likely not see any loss in value. The opportunity in all of this might be for those looking to move up. If you have a nice, clean, updated, ready-to-sell home, you could sell it in this market and potentially negotiate a very favorable deal on a home that's in a higher price range. Frankly, I think people are at home and really assessing their family's needs. Whether they make a move now, I think there will be a lot of families making a change in the future. We've been out showing homes this week. I've arrived early in order to wipe every door handle and light switch down with Clorox disinfectant. I have all the lights on and all of the doors open. I'm encouraging our buyers to walk through the home with their hands in their pockets. There are many other precautions we're taking right now. Some sellers have some additional requirements they'd like to see, like removing shoes and sanitizing your hands, and I totally get it. Showing vacant homes is easy. For years, Jared and I have created a full video tour of each one of our listings. These videos have always been so important and helpful to out-of-town buyers. I'm listing a property today, and we're going to require the agent and the buyers to watch the video before scheduling an actual showing. Tomorrow, I'll be previewing a couple of homes for a client and uploading a video tour for them. We can help you out. Now, I don't want you to think that everything is completely rosy. I want to discuss 3 things that we need to watch very carefully. First, I emphasized last week that we have a small window of opportunity to transact real estate. As you might know, some states have declared any non-essential business to cease. In most cases, real estate has been deemed non-essential. I have colleagues around the country reporting that even if a deal was ready to close, they've had to put the transaction on hold. Things have come to a halt in their markets. Here in Utah, Summit County has taken a similar approach. They're not allowing showings, new inspections, or appraisals to be ordered. But if you are under contract and getting close to closing the deal, the title companies are able to sign and the county is still recording. It's very possible that we could see something similar in other counties around the state. That's why I predicted last week that we could be in for a rough couple of months. Now, many of you probably tuned in to Governor Herbert's address this afternoon. He's implementing stay safe, stay home. He made the distinction from a shelter-in-place order. He wanted to emphasize that Utah businesses can continue as long as they find ways to make it safe for their employees and their customers. He wants to see the marketplace continue to function, but in a limited fashion. Protecting people's health and making sure the economy continues to function is the balancing act. Governor Herbert believes that no other state in the country is doing better than we are in this fight. Secondly, mortgage lenders are overwhelmed right now. Rates are still very good and a lot of people are refinancing. Now, this is a complicated issue. You have to understand that brokers are the boots on the ground in the mortgage chain. They handle a purchase or refinance from application to funding. This is all done on a local level mostly. There's a lot that goes into that process that you'll never see. Underwriting the file is the most important phase. The underwriter makes sure that file is everything that it needs to be so that the loan can ultimately be purchased by, say, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. When you go to closing, it's the broker who funds the deal, often on a line of credit. It can take 2 to 3 weeks for that loan to be purchased. When that happens, it frees up the broker's line of credit to fund other transactions. There's always last-minute credit checks and verifications of employment right before closing. What we're hearing is that some lenders may be doing another employment verification before they purchase the loan from the broker. What this means is that there will be more scrutiny than ever by the underwriters. If you think your job may be in danger, you have to think about how your employer will answer the original employment verification, and then even after you close, how they'll answer a follow-up verification. Make sure your job is secure. If it was secure when you close and then something happens, it most likely won't be a problem for you. It could be a problem, however, for the mortgage broker, as it does tie up their line of credit if they can't sell that loan. They're being extremely careful during this whole process. If a borrower hasn't been entirely forthcoming with their information during the whole loan process, there could be some problems for everyone involved. The third thing that we've seen is that right now, some sellers are pricing their homes rather aggressively, probably too aggressive. In fact, it's causing some multiple offer situations. Now, I get it, they want to make sure the home sells, but this will have an impact on the market in the months to come. 5 months from now, I hope that appraisers will recognize that some of the sold comparables they choose for their appraisal reports were indeed sold during this difficult time, and they'll weigh these sales differently. On that point, appraisers should still be bringing in very good appraisals because they're using comparable sales from up to 6 months ago, and those are very good. An appraiser should not let their own insecurities about our current market and what we are facing affect his or her valuations. Appraisals are equational and should not be based on the hysteria. If we go into this virus with low inventory, I think we'll come out with relatively low inventory. We went into 2008 with too much inventory. Our current scenario is much different. The quality of mortgages that have been generated over the last 12 years has been much better than what we previously saw. Our greatest desire for you or anyone that we love is that you have a full pantry and an emergency fund, and we'll weather the storm. There are opportunities all around. Stay tuned.